Gianluca Tanzi. I'm the chairman and the chief executive officer of the textile pole of Chargeurs with three companies. One is Chargeurs PCC that you can see here, is the worldwide leader of interlining inner component in the world. We have more than 7,000 customers in the world, and we are shipping more than 350 million meter of interlining per year worldwide in every part of the world. Then the second company is Chargeurs Luxury Fiber, where I'm the chairman. We are selling wool, also is the biggest company selling wool in the world. We are also selling, luxury fiber like vicuña, alpaca, guanaco. We are now looking inside of pashmina, understand if we can sell also some pashmina, and obviously cashmere and cotton and silk is our major core business there. The third company is Senfa. Senfa is doing coating for signage mainly, but also for other kind of application like architecture with fabrics that are noise reduction for the interiors, for example, that you can digital print and you can realize everything you want. And for signage, obviously, is the majority of the market where we cover especially the signage that you can see, for example, in the airport, retro-lighted with very different widths. So we have 1.5 meters, we have 3.5 meters, and 5.5 meter width.
Okay, you already have a
Market.
in India.
So you have directly dealing in India, or you have the agency?
We already have a market in India. We have 3 offices in India for Chargeurs PCC. We are now approaching for Senfa, and we are approaching for Chargeurs Luxury Fiber.
Okay. How big is your market? Like, how much market share in India? Like,
I think we have a decent market share. It's very difficult to really have a perception of market share because there are so many different channels of sales and also direct importer here. But I think we are a very well recognized brand also because we are managing a lot of nomination from American and European brand in India.
okay. So in your entire revenue, how much percentage India is giving, like India amount?
So India, and if we take a look of India, Bangladesh, and Sri Lanka, that we call this is a cluster for us. We are close of 15% of our sales right now.
15%?
Yes.
Okay, that's great. So what things give you most USP of the India? Like, what is the you find good in India?
I think India is a market and is a production area that have to expand in the next years because people are looking for alternatives of China. Okay, China, it seems that they are not so interesting as a country to develop clothing business there. They are more now thinking about other sectors. So I think it's a big opportunity for this region, not only for India but also for Bangladesh, Pakistan, and Sri Lanka to develop the clothing and the textile activity here in a totally different way with a different scale. No? So what is very important is to really, for the people that are making garment here in India, think about a different scale, because this is something that the Chinese in the past, if you go back 20 years ago, China was not developed like now. And clothing, shoe business, and textile was the major activity for them. But they really speed up the process of growth, also having a different dimension. Because American market, anytime they want to buy something, as you can imagine, like Nike or these kind of guys are big. They need to have on the other side, producers that are big enough to support them properly. This is something that I think in the following years India have to do, and I'm confident that India will do in order to support this market in a different way.
Okay.
And we are here. We are here to support India for that.
Okay. So do you also have the production process in India?
No, we have for the moment. No, we are looking for some partner together with them, maybe doing a joint venture. We are talking with some of them, and we are very interested to have a manufacturing facility in India, not only for India but also for exporting the product to other countries like South or Central America or even Europe.
Okay. So currently, where is your manufacturing units?
So we have one manufacturing facility in China. We have one in Bangladesh, one in Sri Lanka, one in France, that is the headquarters, the factory that you can see in the video here. Then we have one big in Argentina and one in Brazil.
Okay. So, what is your vision for Asian market like Bangladesh, India, Africa, Sri Lanka? So,
Asia is already, especially for our business, the majority of the production for the world. Majority of the people lives here. If you think about China and India together, how much is more than 50% of the population. And so I think it is and it will be, an important place to be.
okay. So, anything you are planning specially for this market? Any special products as compared to the other markets?
We would like to, promote Pashmina as a luxury part of what you guys here are doing, from exporting Pashmina to the other region on one side, and we want to really help India to elevate the quality and obviously to try to compete in a different way. I think inner components are very important for that because it's the backbone of a garment, okay? And without the right components inside of the garment, you cannot have a good garment and you cannot have a durability of the garment. And obviously, because our company is very sensitive on sustainability and we are pushing sustainability as much as we can, try to convert as much as we can all the product that we are doing in India to sustainable product is also another very important part, not only for India, but obviously for everyone else.
Correct. So the next question is that is sustainability, that how much like world is accepting, because in India is moving very slow, but in other parts of the world like Europe or the US. So how is the sustainability is just a buzzword or it's really happening in
No, it's a
industry?
real thing. Then obviously there are very different way to think about the sustainability. No?
Correct.
It's a topic that for sure needs to be a little bit better tuned to better understand what is real sustainability. But for me, it's pretty clear. Whatever is not impacting on the planet in a proper way. If you can compost something, so think about a natural fiber, is for sure more sustainable than something that you cannot do it if you're not using certain chemicals that, for example, for us is forbidden. So we create our protocol that is much, much stronger than Ecotex 100. Then, you are helping the planet not to be polluted with something that are really very bad. But, for other people can be easy to use to really improve the performance. For us, is not an option. So we are not using those.
Okay. And what about the carbon footprints? How your product is sustainable to carbon footprints and other norms that applicable to the industry?
Yes. So, carbon footprint is also another interesting topic. We are pushing our strategy is local for local. No, that's the reason why we have, so many factories all around the world. And obviously we try to have also sourcing for what we don't produce internally with, suppliers that are based locally. So this is very important. But to give you an idea, for example, the combi mill we have in Uruguay was also rewarded by the most important institution in the world because it's the lowest carbon footprint plant in the world for combi mill. And we also invest in France a lot of money in order to reduce our energy consumption and as a consequence, obviously, the carbon footprint. So it's a very interesting topic, and obviously, because in the future the majority of the demand will be in this region, that's the reason why also it's very important to produce here, because the consumption here needs to be made with a product that are made here.
Okay. So you are looking for make in India and
Sure,
made in India. Okay.
sure.
Thank you so much for
Thank you.
yeah. And one more last question is how is this exhibition you are finding it? How is your experience in this exhibition?
Sure.
Yeah.
So I think this exhibition, I think first of all is the first one,
Yeah.
and obviously maybe some timing needs to be a little bit fixed, but overall I think it's a very good exhibition. I think a lot of people attended, and I'm pretty sure that the following one will be more and more important. Now was a little bit late probably in the year for many people to attend, and knowing next year that there is this exhibition, all the foreigner buyer, maybe they can better plan to visit here and to take a look what is available in India.
So what is the best time to keep the exhibition?
No, I think the time is correct, is okay, but the decision to make it was late. This kind of thing you have to know that next year you have that exhibition. So now, if now you know that next year you have the exhibition, then people can plan.
Correct. So how do you compare with the Premier Vision, which is the biggest show in Paris? So
Every exhibition is different. I don't think Premier Vision is now something very interesting. No, I don't think is a big one now. But every different region needs to have a certain exhibition that present what is available in that region. In Europe, I think Milano Unico, for example, now
yes.
is the most important one.
Okay. So Milano
For
Unica.
textile, of course.
Yes. Milano Unica is the biggest one.
Yes, I think it's the biggest one. It's more qualified, where the top players in Europe are all there.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you so much for your
Thank you.
interaction.